Craig's stuff is definitely not for kids. I curse a lot. Craig's stuff, Craig's stuff, Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah! Craig's stuff, Craig's stuff, Craig's got a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and this is some of my stuff. Look what we got here. This is the Mezco 112 Moon Knight. Super pumped for this figure. This is my first ever 112 Mezco figure, and I wanted this Moon Knight because he just looked so cool. I was super pumped when they showed images, and that is really the only reason. Moon Knight is a cool character. He's definitely not a favorite, but I've always liked his costume. Why don't we start it off by just taking a quick look at the box. Obviously, you have this front package with just the Moon Knight logo on there, Moon Knight logo on the side there. It says 112 on the very, very sleek packaging. And then you have the back has some images and all the accessories that comes with it. So, but then all these 112 figures, they have a slip cover so that you can reveal the figure on the inside. And then there's I think that is the Mezco mascot right there in the back. So that's really cool. So I'm really excited. So how about we pop this sucker open? All right. So here he is. Comes with a ton of accessories. We'll go through all of those guys, but I want to get him out of the box here. Give you plenty of packing material here to make him keep him real nice. Very cool. Alrighty, so here he is out of the packaging. He looks super, super sleek. Very excited about this figure. The first thing I noticed, which I'm just going to go over now, no wires in the cape. I was expecting wires based on the images. There are some accessories that look to be what you use for holding the cape up. I'm not sure. We'll see. But there are no wires in this cape. It's just very flat. But it's just a pretty figure. So before we talk about him, we're going to talk about all of his accessories, and there are a lot. So first off, you get this really nice base, which comes with a stand here, a really large stand, which I guess plugs in somehow. Bada bing, bada boom, you got an arm for him. And then it comes with 5 of these bendy wires, which I believe are going to be used for the cape. They all have like little grips here, come in different lengths, and I'm assuming that they're going to be able to be used to position the cape however you want. They plug into something. They look like they plug into this piece. So the bottoms plug right into that, and I guess you can then put this piece. Then I guess goes on to here. Here. Okay. Plugs on like that, I guess, and you can do something with your cape somehow, I guess, like that. Obviously, you're gonna have to play around with that to make that work, but I think that's how it works. And then just like Figma's, you get an accessory bag. So you got a nice 112 accessory bag. You can write the name of the character on there. Although I probably will keep the box for this character just because the figure is just more delicate than most of my other ones. So most boxes I just toss. But I think I'm actually going to keep the box for this guy. Then you get a nice pair of nunchucks. These got with spikes, and this is I think it's real with metal, a metal chain on there. And then you get a one Moon Knight, I guess we can call it a moonerang. I don't know. You get one of those. And then you get some sort of, I want to say it's like a grapple, because he probably throws this thing. He's just like, whoosh, and then you can grapple. It's actually very, it's delicate too, and pointy. So definitely be careful of that. Also metal chain. And then he comes with this bow staff, which is actually kind of small. Normally bow staffs are quite large, and they would take up the whole body. But maybe this isn't a bow staff; it's something else. But it's some kind of staff that he'll beat up the bad guys with. And then he gets a folded hood that goes around his neck to appear like his hood is completely down. It's always neat when they do stuff like that. Then he gets one additional unmasked head, where the mask is actually pulled up off his face, but still on his head. That looks really really cool. Like that a lot. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 additional hands. You get 2 grabbing hands, 2 open hands, and then 2 hands with, I guess they're like claws. One has a claw. One's like a trigger finger with a claw. Get a bunch of those guys. So Mezco figures are actually mostly made out of cloth material. So obviously you have this wavy cape, like I said before, without, but doesn't have bendy wire. But you have this. It's a very different material. The paintwork looks really nice. It's got these black undertones on there. The white looks really good though. And that pearlescent color looks really good. His head, especially, looks really really good. I like how it's just not just flat white. It's that dark, dirty white looking color, and that looks really really cool. All right, now with articulation, I've never posed one before, and now all the articulated joints are totally hidden because it's a Mezco figure, and there's this cloth material that they use over whatever the base figure. So this is gonna be new to me. So we're gonna give this a shot. All right. So for the head motion, looks like you get. We're gonna take the hood off for now. For the head motion, your head goes back about that far. It goes forward about that far. Goes all the way around. It tilts to both sides pretty well. But when the hood is on, obviously you're not going to be able to get him to look up too well because the hood blocks that. Arms go very far up. They bend at the elbow, only about that far. Looks like the muscle joint as well as the gauntlet hinder that from going a little bit further. You have your wrist spin at the end of the gauntlet there, as well as at the front of the wrist, and they go back and forth on the hand. So you have ab crunch that doesn't go very far forward, but and not too far back. The belt actually hinders that a bit, and it does move side to side, but again, you can see the fabric kind of contorts, so you don't really know that there's anything going on there. I wouldn't put too much stress on that because you don't want to ruin the fabric at all. You got legs go out about that far. They go only that far back. The butt stops the legs from going too far back, which I've mentioned in my other reviews that if they use a pliable material like NECA does, the legs can go further back. Then you have double jointed knees that go about that far, and you get almost no movement at all from the foot, only up down a little bit, and there is pivot there, but it's very much hindered by his boot. So the top of the boot doesn't really let you go forward or back too well, but you do get a little bit more ankle pivot from that. Now, do I think this is the best figure ever? Absolutely not. It's really good though. The look of the figure just is absolutely gorgeous, and that definitely makes up for any problems with articulation that this thing has. So definitely recommend this thing. Mezco's go for about $80, so they're pretty steep, but they're still in that like Figma range, and you get way more accessories with this than you do with any of the Figmas. And you're also getting a bigger figure. You don't see joints. You're getting cloth accessories. You get a much larger base, so you just get a lot more for your money with these. I'm not a big fan of most Mezcos from what I've seen. I don't like how the cloth looks on a lot of characters like Spider-Man or I think Iron Fist is coming out. It more or less looks like pajamas to me, and I think this figure, they did it right. There's the cloth is there, but there's also plastic over the cloth that kind of gives it that armored look. I think that's the way to go with these figures. I don't know what they could do for a character like Spider-Man if they want to keep it cloth all the way around, but maybe tighten that cloth up so you can really see the muscles, or just make the muscles more apparent, because when you see a comic book character, you're supposed to be able to see all the muscles. That's just how they look, It's not how fabric works, which is the problem. But there's probably a way around it that they can do, and obviously a character like this looks real with armor looks really, really good. I'm really excited for the Gambit that's coming out. That one looks also really good. So also Mezco gives really nice bulges. He's got a nice bulge. So I guess that's it. If you like this review, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter @CraigStuff. I will see you guys next time. Later.